copyright notices. If you wish to read, pause the video. The original videos are linked in the description down below. Enjoy. Alright then, so in this one what we're going to be looking at is these civil enforcement officers which ban people for littering and their dirty tactics on doing so. But we'll just get straight into it and we'll break it down.
Excuse me, we're in a public place. Do you know what the Ripper Act is?
Don't worry about it, I don't.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
but if we're in
protection.
a really
It's data
okay.
protection.
What part of data protection? What part of data protection? Do you know what the Ripper Act is? No, you don't. If you can recite the Ripper Act, then you can tell me what's what.
Okay then, so the Ripper Act, what I believe the Ripper Act is, for those who don't know what the Ripper Act is, it's the Regulations of Investigations Powers Act of 2000, which my belief of this act is it provides the authorities process for covert surveillance and information gathering. That's what I believe this act is. I could be wrong, so let us know in the comments if I am wrong. But that's what my honest believing of that act is. Like I said, if for people what don't know what the Ripper Act is, it's the Regulations of Investigatory Powers Act of 2000.
Hounslow civil enforcement officers picking on little women for a cigarette butt. Sorry, what's your names? Because you're required by your own laws to give your names. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to give their names.
Okay, so just like community support officers, they should have identification number on them and a name tag. These don't have it, so I personally wouldn't give them anything. I would walk away thinking they're just clowns in costumes. Well, that's exactly what they are, clowns in costumes, but I wouldn't give them any information at all. They haven't identified themselves, they just said they're civil enforcement officers. I could go and get one of those fancy dress costumes and walk about saying I'm a civil enforcement officer. Does it make me a civil enforcement officer? No.
No badge numbers, no nothing. Walk around like the police. This woman chucked a cigarette bud on the floor and he wants to give her a £120 fine. I told her, go pick up the bud, go put it in the bin. The definition of littering is abandonment of litter. If she picks it up and put it in the bin, no litter's been abandoned, and she can walk away. But she doesn't understand that.
Alright then, so the act is actually talking about is the Environmental Protection Act of 1990, section 87, which states a person is guilty of an offence if he throws down, drops or otherwise disposes of any litter in any place to which this section applies and leaves it. Keyword here, leaves.
These people are acting like they're the police. They're not.
Tell her. Are you family?
No, I'm not. I'm just a passerby.
You're going to be like a witness as well.
Yeah, I'm a witness.
Yeah, that's fine. So, what's it called? Just
they're not even giving their names.
No, it's fine. It's cool.
She already gave the name.
No. She doesn't have to, auntie. She can go home. They're not the police.
It's calm.
She can go home.
It's going to be on the ticket, bro. All the information's on the ticket. You go to court, you appeal it, you won't get charged for it because there's no evidence that you've done it. It's their word.
Yeah.
It's their word against
And they don't
That's
have
it.
any power
You've
of
got
authority
nothing.
over
And
you.
he's your witness. Do you want to take my number down if you want?
Well, I didn't witness her doing the bud, but I'm just giving her advice about it.
Take my number down.
fine.
I can just say that they haven't done it. But anyway, yeah, cool. Just that's all shit.
So the biggest problem I have with these environmental agencies is their job clearly states they've got to give them the opportunity to pick up the rubbish, because you've got to have an intention to leave the rubbish for it to be thinged. So they've got to give you the opportunity to pick it up. And if the door, because it is an actual part in their thingy, I can't find the link at the minute to pull it up on screen, but it does state they've got to give you the opportunity to pick up your rubbish. And if you refuse to do so, then you could be issued a fine. These don't, they're just issuing fines. My biggest problem with that is they don't actually care about the environment, do they? They're just there for the paycheck at the end of the day. If they really cared about it, they'd give them the opportunity to pick it up, and if they didn't, fine them, then pick it up. cleans the environment, but they're not. They don't care about the environment, and that's why they don't do that.
So you're not going to give your names, no? Which you're required to do by law if you claim that you're enforcing the law. No, these people, right? They're scumbags. They work for commission. It's as simple as that.
All right then. So you're sort of right. So an enforcement officer, this is a job role for them if you want to apply, if you want to be one of these twats. This is for a parking warden, traffic warden. They start at about 18 grand a year and get paid up to 26,000 a year. Average hours is about 37 to 39 a week. Bear in mind, you do have quotas to make, and if you don't make the quotas, your job role goes... Well, you can be fired. It's as simple as that. It's not going to say, oh, listen here, because they want you to take the job, but that is how it works. So they do work on commission and they don't work on commission. So they do actually get, well, a traffic warden does get a salary of anywhere between that and that.
Just tell me, do you think it's proportionate that a bud ran on the floor?
No.
Right? There you go. But trust me, next time, we'll just walk away.
की कसम ये वो लड़ना न है जिंदगी गुजारी है ऐसा लड़ना नहीं देखा
Still don't want to give your names, no? No badge numbers, no nothing. Look at that. No badge numbers, no nothing.
So obviously, you know, I will be giving you a fixed penalty just for the okay? You have 10 days to make the payment, right? If the payment isn't made within 10 days, man, this case goes to the magistrate court, okay?
Have you phoned the police yet? No, of course you haven't.
Alright then, so on that ticket is going to be printing off. It should have the proof they've got, how to settle the fine, and obviously all his details or her details or whether his details is on the ticket. It should all be on that ticket for him to either file a complaint against these Nazis, all dressed in black, requesting information of people to fine them. They're a Nazi. But yeah, everything will be on that ticket.
Obviously, my please next time be careful. It's just depending on what time.
Well, listen, I usually do. I mean, I can look at the bins right in front of me. They're falling on the floor. I don't see enforcing
Yeah, that is the reason why
They go for the easy targets.
Yeah, they go for the ones that are not really saying anything back, right?
reference for the camera is
Because we're not really out because he's recording your data. So it's all on there.
Actually, I'm not recording her, I'm recording you two. So if you knew the law, you knew I'm not doing anything illegal in a public office.
But listen, I'm being serious, right? I can tell you 50 people before me, they're the same thing. I don't see any enforcement,
That's because you're an easy target.
right?
5-foot Asian woman being picked on.
People are not being
Huh?
It's the only thing, the only
Yeah, exactly. They're never here. They're never here. Yeah, but they'll pick on a smaller woman. Don't want to give your name, no? Don't want to give your name?
why do I need to provide my name?
Because you claim to be enforcing the law. So if you're enforcing the law, then you have to give your name by law.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because then I can now phone up the police and say you're impersonating an officer. There you go. Later, scumbags. Hope you choke on your next meal.
So that's how that video ends. He is sort of right. They don't have to have it on by law, but their own rules and regulations, what they've got to follow. They should have some sort of identification number on them, just like a police officer, and a name tag. That's what they're supposed to have on them. like I said at the beginning, if they didn't, I could just go to a fancy costume, a fancy dress costume, and get that exact costume. So anybody could be impersonating that, getting information off them and issuing him God knows what, or going to use that information for something else. But let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does open YouTube's algorithm, and I'll catch you on the next one.